It is 20 minutes after the hour, and a good morning to you, Love 97.5. It's number 83 Thompson Boulevard, and we, for the next, 10 minutes or thereabouts, are going to be talking with Inland Revenue, and this is going to be really interesting. I met a young man I hadn't seen for about 1,000 years or so, Andy Moore Saunders, who is a valuation officer, and Ms. Kajana Rowe, who's been around the government services for quite a while, but now at Inland Revenue. A pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning.
And I hope you're both doing well. Of course, we talked about some things that were happening there about a week or so ago, and you're back to talk about some things that I think are going to be very interesting to a lot of homeowners, and it's about real property amnesty. Who'd like to start? Tell me, what is the real property amnesty?
Okay, for taxpayers who have an arrears on their bill and are able to pay on or before Friday, which is March 31st, they can get 100% of their surcharges removed if they can pay their tax bill in full, and they would get 10% off their 2017 tax. So it's quite a deal for those who are able to. A number of taxpayers have been coming in everybody's trying to meet that March 31st deadline.
Yes.
But if for those who want to do something, may have arrears and unable to catch Friday's deadline, they are able to may be able to catch the June 30th deadline, where they'll get 50% of their surcharges waived.
Now, of course, you're talking waiving things and all that. Discounts. Tell me who's going to be eligible for that, Andy?
Discounts, basically the taxpayer is eligible for 10% discount. Anybody who has a tax bill for the 2017 can get a 10% discount. Senior citizens are also eligible for 50% discount, and this doesn't go only to the 31st of March, but it goes to the end of the year. One of the requirements to ascertain the 50% for the senior citizen is, first and foremost, is that you must be the age of 65, and you must provide to the office your passport and your senior citizen card.
Now, let's talk about senior citizens. You mentioned them and how they can benefit from it. Tell us a bit about the seniors and how they stand to benefit.
Well, seniors can benefit if they are able to come in on or before Friday. In addition to the 50% discount, once they qualify, that is being a Bahamian citizen, they must be in their own home. And like Mr. Sanders said, either 65 years of age or qualify for the National Insurance Retirement Benefit. They can get 50% discount on the first $100 million of their assessed value.
$100 million?
Sorry, $1 million.
Or, hey, I know some rich people. But all right, go on.
50% discount on the first $1 million dollars of the assessed value of their home. But if, like I said, if they come in on or before Friday, in addition to that 50%, they also can get the 10% discount that the other taxpayers can get if they come in before March 31st.
Of course, real property has been an issue from it started.
Yes.
People not paying. What happens if someone doesn't pay the real property?
Well, if someone doesn't pay the real property taxes, the taxes actually accumulate. It sits along with the property. In the event that you sell the property, in the event that you convey the property to somebody else, you're one of the person, the taxes goes along with the property, and therefore you don't get away from the taxes.
Right.
The taxes sits along with the property. Where we as human beings go from place to place, the property stays still, so the taxes stays with the property.
It's that old saying, the only two things are sure, death and taxes.
Yes.
My. So you sell it, they buy it, they buy the tax.
Yes.
That's
My
right.
goodness. Now, tell us a bit about how can somebody pay? What are some of the methods by which they can pay?
Well, there's several methods, and cash, of course, is always preferred. If you
Anybody brings a whole lot of cash, watch out.
Yes, that's true. But of course, they can come to our office and pay cash.
The office are where?
Carmichael Road, in the shops of Carmichael, I think it is.
Yes.
Yes, that's where we are. It's in the plaza, Burger King and Scotia out front, and we're right at the back.
Okay.
And also, of course, if they're on our family islands, We have offices in Abaco, Exuma, Long Island. You know, they can always go to those offices and pay as well. For our non-Bahamians who, you know, they fly in and out or however, they can do a wire transfer if they wish, or they can go online to a portal. We have a new portal, and that's propertytax.gov.bs. And once they go onto that website, they can sign up as a new user, register the property, they can print the tax certificate, they can see their bills, they can make payment. You know, for persons who may not be able to pay the whole thing right now, they can go on and pay a little something, and they can keep, you know, online it's available to you 24/7. So you can do that at your leisure. And of course, they can go to any Royal Bank of Canada, but we make sure that the taxpayers have their assessment number. And like how Mr. Sanders said, the taxes go with the property, the assessment number also goes with the property. That's our form of identifying the property.
So there are many people who are hearing this and, oh my Lord, I haven't paid for 1,000 years. All right. They don't know number, they don't know anything, and they are just being made aware of all of this as they listen. How can they find out anything about their bill that they don't know right now?
They can call the office, identify themselves, say that they're interested in finding out their tax position on their property. They can speak with an officer in the assessment area or anybody in that area at the department. They will then, if they cannot assist them, they will forward them to somebody who can, like myself, like Kejana, or any of the field officers that we have there. And once they do that, then we can go to our system, check their name, because, you know, in the Bahamas, you know, we have common names now, so you have to identify exactly where and who you are. And once we can identify that, we'll say to them, ask them a few questions to make sure we're giving them the right information.
To the right person.
Or we'll ask them even to email us so we can then reply to them. And then we'll let them know the position of their taxes at that point in time.
The fact that y'all are doing this means that you're trying to be more friendly.
Yes.
You know, because you could do it otherwise. Just get there and tell them what they owe. But is there a date by which all of this should be done generally, paying of real property?
Well, we would like taxes to be paid by December 31st of any given year, because once January 1st rolls around, the surcharges start to add up. But we would really like persons, if they can, take advantage of the concessions that we have available, the amnesty programs that we said, if you can come in before Friday on or before, or June 30th, they can always, you know, check online, like Mrs. Sanders said, contact us. A number of persons, because we mail bills out to all taxpayers. Now, P.O. Box may have changed, you know, we don't always check our P.O. Box. So those kinds of things we want the taxpayer to be more aware of and to come to us and, you know, get the information straight.
I would imagine, as Andy said, emails are really helpful in that regard.
Yes.
Because you know you've got the right person on that case.
That's
all right. But then, so this is being done, and you're trying to alert the public as to the best way to benefit from this amnesty arrangement. Are there any things new coming on board?
Yes, there are new things that coming on board, and we will begin in 3rd of April, on the 3rd of April, where you will see our data and collection impact project. Will be in new neighborhoods. We will begin this project, and you'll be seeing us come in your neighborhood anytime after the April 3rd. And what we will do is, hopefully we'll be able to inform the neighborhood prior to it, either by radio or by, sometimes we also go out and we deliver a handout to let the persons know that we will be in your neighborhood. We'll be expecting to do inspection of your property and ask you a few questions pertaining to the property, whatever the case may be, and make sure we have the right names, anything of that nature.
It's very interesting. Well, I tell you, you've got your work cut out for you. If you see these people in the neighborhood, don't get surprised.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of the things we don't want them to be surprised, and we want to be open so we can give them an education, have them ask any question they need, and be comfortable with us.
And to make their properties available to us, because you know some communities are gated and it's a little difficult to get in, or you know, taxpayers may have enclosed their property, and so when they leave in the mornings or for work, etc.
And the benefit of doing this is?
We want to make sure that we have the proper values for the various areas, and we want to make sure that we have everybody on a sort of a level playing field. So we're doing that to bring our information up to date as well.
It's like the insurance, people have had a home and had it valued at X. The hurricane comes and they find out now they do have $1 million home, but
Right.
it was only $100,000 when they did it.
Yes.
And everybody's mad now.
Yes.
So you want to update your
Information.
status of, well, that's interesting. Well, we'd like to say thank you to Andy Moore Saunders, along with Kijana Roll, representatives of the Department of Inland Revenue. Another big time way of saying they're the people who you pay your taxes to. All right? It's been a pleasure. Andy, nice to see you again, man.
Always a pleasure to see you.
My goodness gracious. Never would have thought this is Andy. And Kijana, we say very pleasant good morning. And tell the folks who's the team in the back doing their thing.
Okay, we have our communications team with us. We have Mr. John Williams and Mr. Francis with us as well.
Fantastic. We thank you all. This is Love.